not showing guilt or remorse. He was the type of person that would attack and then not show guilt or remorse about how his actions, his words affected others. Often angry and arrogant. Definitely an angry young man, very angry, hostile, would really egregiously attack his victims. But yet again, we have to go back to the ability to act witty and charming and get people on his side. In the workplace, he was able to seem witty, seem charming, and have people believe that he was totally harmless. The arrogance, designer clothes, always the need to be in designer clothing, but also talking about the label. Some people, well, designer clothing, there's a quality to them. So there are people who only want to wear designer clothes because of the quality involved, the stitching and the fabric and that type of thing. But this young man, it wasn't about that. It was about what was the name on the label. He couldn't even appreciate the effort that went into those designer clothes. Complications with someone who has this antisocial personality disorder include imprisonment, drug abuse, violence, and suicide. They do spend time in jail, but when you meet them, they might not be in prison. In the case of Robert, in this case study, he had spent time in prison. I believe, based on what I was told, there was some, he may have even sold his body as far as violating the law, sold his body to men. Drug abuse, definitely drug and alcohol abuse, definitely could be violent. He did carry a switchblade. He often made as though he would use it at any moment, so there's no reason the prey should not have believed him. And then ultimately, an implication of this antisocial personality disorder is suicide. You know, you can't go around treating society in such a manner and be happy with yourself, ultimately within yourself. So someone like that eventually would probably take their own life. Now, the other thing that Robert exhibited was this borderline personality disorder. Now, borderline personality disorder is a condition where people have long-term patterns of unstable or turbulent emotions, such as feelings about themselves or others. Their inner experiences often cause them to take impulsive actions, have chaotic relationships. That was something about Robert also. Very impulsive, would do things at the drop of a hat, to spur of the moment, and try to drag his prey along with him in this disturbing behavior. Symptoms of borderline personality disorder is they're often uncertain about their own identity. So deep within themselves, they don't know who they are. And because of this, their interests and values may change rapidly. Some of this is with that antisocial personality coming into play. They're going to move like a chameleon because they want to be who you want them to be, because they need to deceive you. People with borderline personalities tend to see things in extreme, all good, all bad. Their views of other people may change quickly. A person they look up to one day, they'll look down on the next day. And these shifting feelings lead to intense and unstable relationships. And that was definitely a defining characteristic of Robert, was he was someone who would 1 minute be totally in love with his prey, or conveyed that he was, and then the next minute be completely antagonistic and insulting. And it constantly caused a shift within their relationship, but he should have been gotten rid of long prior, once the symptoms of alcohol dependence and that type of thing came out.